everybody, welcome back to Wargaming Lab. Been working on trying to get these save files a bit more stable, so I apologize for the delay. I've actually filmed this episode multiple times and attempted doing some sort of edits to compile together an episode, and it just felt very kind of start and stop no matter what I did. So hopefully this time it doesn't crash. I took some advice from the comments and removed basically every save file that isn't this current playthrough from my save games location in my documents, and that helped a little, but did not stop the crashes. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with my bugged Finland, but anyway, we'll see. I have been doing some reflection around the previous episodes, and I think I'm going sort of too slow and too fast at the same time. Too fast in the sense that I'm not really covering what's happening everywhere. I'm kind of getting tunnel vision on individual battles. And also too slow in the sense that we aren't really doing much to kind of change our situation here. I mean, we're totally on the defensive and being pushed back in lower Ukraine, holding the upper Dnieper and the Smolensk to Homel line for the moment, but not much else. So I figured to give these flavors, these episodes some more flavor. Let's just look at where we are across the entire save file. So we are at war with pretty much the whole planet. I think if we go to, there's an opinion map mode, diplomatic map mode, we can see who we're at war with. Everybody in red. So we're at war with the whole planet, except for Italy, who've been pushed out of North Africa, and Sicily, and they're holding the Strait of Messina. And somehow they're holding on to East Africa. That seems to be something I've noticed in the past few playthroughs. The British, both in my videos and others, the British just are really bad at conquering East Africa. I don't remember that usually being an issue in previous versions of BICE. Maybe it's just a roll of the dice. The Japanese are stuck in Burma, which is normal, again, in my experience. They can't seem to get past the bottleneck between Mandalay and Chittagong. Whereas they're totally stuck in Indonesia because the AI is just useless at naval invasions, and they're kind of trading blows in the Marshalls and in Micronesia area. So the Japanese have lost Guam and Iwo Jima, but for the moment they're holding on to Okinawa, but you can see that it's not even garrisoned, so the Japanese can lose these islands really easily. And they never even attempted to conquer the Philippines, and if they did, they got pushed out. So super weird playthrough. Our goal right now really is just to survive in the east until we can build up our armored forces enough to push D-Day back into the sea. And for the moment, we have basically 130,000 relatively elite motorized units. We have 2 corps of SS Panzer Grenadier units along with some attached heavy armor. We're going to try to flesh these out more so that they function as actual divisions. Thank you for that comment in previous videos. And then we have our kind of composite 7th Panzer Group with a mixture of armor, mechanized, and motorized. In production, we have 10 Panzer divisions and 10 infantry divisions, along with I think those were only 6 brigade infantry, so we're going to turn some of these recon cavalry into assault guns. So let's get these moved out so we can just see those for those build jobs. And then let's look at the situation across the front here. So we're holding the very northern part of Finland, and we did capture Murmansk and Kandalashka, and the Soviets have made no effort to push across the river right here. We have 10 mountain divisions along with 1 SS mountain division up here, along with 2 groups of Ju-188s, and we're doing logistical bombing in the Raunua and Kemi area to try to reduce the pressure right here. We have succeeded in pushing to the Swiss border. And let's actually get some attacks going up here. I think we've damaged logistics enough. Let's just focus on destroying those two Finnish divisions. In the Leningrad area, we have captured Viipuri with our Marines, along with our SS Police Kampfgruppe and then our Nordland Division. And we're in the process of trying to force this group of Soviet militia divisions back into the city so that we can start attacking Leningrad. And we've moved up 2 railway artillery units, along with we need some commandos. Commandos are basically required for urban attacks, so let's get those moved up. We won't be using the elite light infantry for that, but we'll probably piece those out. I think I might send those down to Yugoslavia. We're going to need some light divisions down there pretty soon. Anyway, we're finishing up some infrastructure builds. That is important, but I can't shake the feeling that we've overspent on that at the expense of not reinforcing. All we really have headed to the east for reinforcements is these 3 SS infantry divisions, and we can decide where we're going to send those once they're built. We're waiting on their support brigades to come out of production. And then we're going to be bottlenecked shortly on rare materials. So we have some rare materials builds that we moved to the top of our queue, but that's not going to be enough. I mean, once you get to 0 rares, your IC will crash to whatever the sustainable basically rate is, and I think that's going to be around 500 IC, which is just awful. As we build rare earth extraction locations, we'll increase that slightly, but while we're building 10 panzer divisions and all the rest, our rate of expenditure of rares is going to be unsustainable. So that's the northern front. Northwest, we're still holding on to Demyansk, and we have air superiority at least down to about Demyansk. And then between Demyansk and Smolensk, we have a line along the river east of Ilyushino, west of Rzhev, and we're holding that with a mixture of tanks and infantry. Right now, there's a pretty large battle occurring in Safanovo. Right now, it's 141,000 Germans, about 1 infantry corps, and the majority of a motorized corps versus Soviet guards, mechanized divisions, and then assorted light infantry. So we should win that battle. Supplies are still our Achilles heel. We'll look at that in a second. And then we're also being attacked south of Smolensk in Pochinok. We will hold that. Compared to the Smolensk area, our line between Smolensk and Homel is actually very weak. We're relying on this river line and then shuttling around these panzer divisions as fire brigades to hold it. We're also weak between Homel and Kyiv, but the Soviets haven't seemed to want to exploit that too much. We have 20th Panzer in that area to hopefully shore up the line. Southeast of Kyiv, we have infantry, 3 infantry corps that are holding the river north of Cherkasy. And then where the action's been, we have essentially all of 3rd Panzer Army, 6th Army, that's 320,000 men, and 9th Army, which is 280,000 men, holding on to, or trying to hold on to, the connection to Crimea, although that will probably be severed. And then we have some Romanian units that we're just taking up supply. We don't have the infrastructure down here to support them. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's get the clock rolling here, and we'll look at some other stuff as we play. Okay, we did win that battle up in northern Finland. Okay, we're being attacked in Ostanovets. Okay, I'm gonna get some air power going on this. Oh, we already do. Okay, so we have pretty significant bombing occurring in that pocket. Okay, we won Pachinok. Our motorized divisions and panzer divisions are the concern I have now is their armor value is fine for what we're facing. I mean, they can be penned by these guards divisions, but that's sort of a given. The problem is that our army is, by and large, entirely just these standard template infantry divisions, and we have gone through and given them flak 88s, but their hard attack is, well, let's actually look at that in the builder. Their piercing attack is 57. Recon Cav is what we pulled out. And we added heavy AA, so that brings up the piercing to 57 and the hard attack to 60, which is pretty good. But, you know, our softness remains very, very high because these are just bog standard infantry divisions. If we had done what we probably should have done, rather than build a heavy AA and added heavy AT, this brings up our hard to 68 and piercing 57. So the piercing doesn't get better. And the hard goes up by 8 points. Yeah, I don't actually know if that IC is worth it to just... Yeah, I think we're just going to stick with this current template. And then, because we're doing some new construction, of course, I added the heavy AAT regiments to these infantry divisions, but for our existing ones, I probably won't be modifying them too much. Down south, though, I think starting at 3rd Army or 6th Army, none of these divisions have the heavy AA, so they're going to be much, much weaker, and unfortunately that's where we're being attacked. So I am going to build a few more, but I'm not going to do them all at once. Let's just add some, like 1 or 2 cores at a time here. Okay. We do have a lot of units in Pietalki, and we're anchoring this line here on Kivoy Rog. But we're probably not going to hold it because we're being pushed very, very hard in Novorossiysk, to the point that, honestly, any resistance that we put up here in Novotroitsky is going to be pointless. So let's actually pull these back, and we'll start building a line on the lower, very lower Dnieper. I think we'll be okay up here because these do have heavy A. Let's just check everything else here. Yeah, Safanovo should hold. 5th Infantry should hold. We're just trying to push these back into the city. Okay, I need to put some air cover on that 5th Division. Where are you doing air superiority? You need to do it there. Nice. Okay, tearing those Soviet bombers up. Okay, we've pushed them out. There we go. So they're back into Leningrad. All right, we need, we're going to need Nordland down south shortly, so I'm going to move them back that direction. I also need to improve these 2 SS brigades that we were given into full divisions. So they're missing engineers and anti-tank at least, but They need artillery too, so let's create that. So we want SS Engineer, anti-tank, and artillery. 2 of those. Not a high priority, but let's get those built. We don't have an ability to gain air superiority down here in the center. We just don't have enough planes or supplies, really. We're not going to be able to hold on to Viipuri, and that's really not the point. I'm going to focus on just capturing Leningrad, which we can do. Maybe not before December, but we'll be able to do it. Okay, we won Safanova, 114,000 Soviet casualties. And our units there are still in good shape. 10th Corps is having supply issues. Blumentritt is a logistics master. 3rd Army is logistics wizard, so we're kind of, from a chain of command perspective, we're as good as we're going to get. We do have this corridor coming from East Prussia now, along with some crappier corridors up toward Leningrad. The situation down south is very bad, but we can't really afford to be dropping more IC on infrastructure right now. One thing we probably can do is see. Put like an SS HQ, maybe? Because those still have SD attachments in them. Yeah, so we'll send... It's not going to have any units attached, but we'll send 4th SS Corps to southeast Poland, because there is... some unrest there, and that actually makes supply transport more difficult, so hopefully that makes a small difference. Okay, let's get those 2 Panzer divisions out of there. Okay, you guys are going to start actually pulling back that direction. You're going to pull across the river, and you're going to pull up into Chapolnica. All right, Nordland is in Ostanovets. That should stop that attack now pretty quickly. We are being followed by these 2 divisions here. I don't think I'm going to contest that. I think I'm just going to retreat. Fifth, I'm going to shift around to 1st Corps because these Marine divisions are going to be used as our part of the assault force in Leningrad, and I can put them in these 2 locations. We only really need to hold on to Ostanovets for this to work. Sestroretsk would be nice, but we'll see about that. Okay, we have built some fortifications along this river line. I do kind of finish these out here. Homel's good. Chitsa and Brahin kind of do need it. We're very vulnerable here east of the marshes. That's important. These also build fast, so I'm not Too worried about bumping those up in the queue. We also have 2 full infantry corps in Kirvoy Rog, so we can still anchor a line on that location. Let's move these across the river as well. We just can't realistically hold the Crimea with the forces we have. Okay, we are going to hold Cherkasy, no problem. Let's just do a test battle here and see how this goes. Our 2 fighter groups down here in central Ukraine. Okay, we did win that battle. They didn't send fighters after us. Okay, we have enough troops over the river now to set up a line. And the remainder in Novostronska is getting chewed up here, so I think we might just preemptively withdraw to start building a new line. Because at this point we're just taking losses for no reason. Let's pull back the heavy division as well. 96 is taking some hits. All right, we should be able to hold the rest of those. Okay, let's get these guys down south into their attack positions. We'll attempt to hold Sestaretsk with the 2 SS brigades. Nordland needs to go to Demyansk. It's going to be needed there shortly. Also, Nieladovo is a bit weak. I want to bump up the pillboxes on those. Piatalki. Nice. So we did win that northern battle. We're going to lose this one. Okay, I think we've delayed enough. Let's pull out. I'll actually hold 1 Panzer Division, so at least they have some armored support. These are weak. From a tech level, we're spending a second on. We are still 1942 spec on a lot of these things. We're behind on that. It's my bad. I should have done this about 8 months ago on the infantry 1942. But we do have Panther Mark A's, so that's okay. Although by September 43, I'd like to see the G variant showing up already. So I've been a bit sloppy about my technology. Let's get some jet pilot training going because we are going to build jets. All right. Okay, once this Guards Mechanized Corps is not destroyed, but out of organization, we should finish off that Guards motorized unit pretty quick. I'm hoping they attack Kavoy Rogue because it's actually going to be able to take a beating much better than the open plains. If we look at our standard infantry unit, their urban defense is plus 50%, and their plains defense is plus 30. So they're getting a plus 20 bonus just by being in a city. Okay. Speaking of jets, there's the jet aerodynamics. Let's look at the jet tree real quick. Let's focus on the 43 and 42 stuff. Alright, so we got as strong of a line here as we're going to get. Fortresses take too long to build. Okay, 7th Panzer's recovered a bit. We can move them back out. Okay, let's just retreat out of there. Taking losses for no reason. I don't want these two to get too damaged. They're going to be needed for the Leningrad attack. Alright, so the retreat in Ukraine continues. Okay, our northern section of the line's been digging in for 15 days. Southern section's been digging in for 3 days. 4 days. So we won't be able to hold here if they push in strength. Okay, we did win Cherkasy. Kind of knew we would. Okay, we got our 2 Panzer Grenadier divisions moving up to France. Okay. Honestly, this is going to be bare minimum. We really could use more than this once D-Day arrives, but we'll have to see how we do with that. Can't afford to send any units from the east right now. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's get these Marine divisions down where they should be. Nice. Okay, we did. Oh, we're not going to hold Kitla. That's a shame. We have to retreat 7th Mountain so they don't get cut off. Oh, we just made some progress on nuclear stuff. Okay, we're going to need strategic rockets. I think that's part of the nuclear chain of events now for building a bomb. Yep, strategic rocket weapons, at least 3. One of the following must be true. Okay, cool. Calitron needs to go to 43. And then we'll see about starting the gun bomb designs. I don't think we're going to defeat the Soviets purely by land means without nukes at this point. So it's mostly just about surviving until then. Okay, they are slowing down some. So it's giving these 2 corps a chance to recover a little bit, which is much appreciated. Okay, let's upgrade the Großdeutschland. I think this gives us a whole corps. We're doing this a bit late, but anyway, upgrade. So that will remove that from the chain of command. Forget where they were attached. Right. Okay, so those should have spawned now on Berlin. Let's send those to Army Group South. Okay, the ring around Leningrad is secure for now. Okay, we should have enough heart attack here to defend against that mechanized division. Let's send in the Stukas. Okay, those divisions in Leningrad are kind of abortedly attacking us, but that's not going to go very well for them. Yeah, as we predicted. These divisions have a pretty bad piercing attack right now, just the way they're set up. So we're using the Stukas as airborne artillery. Okay, they are attacking across the river. Let's send 18th up there. I mean, we could try to make a showing. Why not? What else are the planes for if we're not using them? STG-8. SG-8 and 7 air cover for the battle in Krycha. Okay, we are on a plane-for-plane basis winning, but we're heavily outnumbered. And there's the expected attack on Demyansk. And that's why we were sending Nordland south. Okay, we did destroy those two Finnish divisions. Let's get back on logistical bombing. 9th Mountain shattered, unfortunately. Let's get them to Copenhagen. Okay, you can see this huge, like probably 300,000 man cluster incoming here. We will be attacked very shortly down south. Honestly, the little attacks up here are small fry by comparison. So yeah, we really don't need Nordland to help defend. I need this division down in Demyansk. No wonder we're taking some serious damage here. Let's just get 7th over the river. I don't think they're going to be able to defend on their own. $389,000 men, so they have a 3-to-1 advantage. Let's move 23rd Infantry into Demyansk. I'm going to send 1st Panzer as well. Okay, we've pretty much shattered that mechanized division right there. Let's do some high-level bombing. We are winning the air battle over Demyansk. Okay, let's get Nordland down there. Okay, this is turning into a pretty large battle here. Danish People's Defense. Okay, basically some volunteers. We don't need to coal ration. I don't think we even need to petrol ration. We need to ration rare earth materials. Well, for now, they'll just go in that garrison unit. Okay, we're about to see our IC get cratered here. Okay, I think we have enough panzers in Krycha now to hold it. I'm fairly certain. Let's just look at our modifiers. So they still have very good attack modifiers generally, even with the fort modifiers. Okay. All right, so the wild card right now is Demyansk. Oh, they're pushing hard on that northern flank right there. Hoping this logistical bombing really screws up the situation for these divisions. It'd be really nice to cut them off. 18th Artillery Division. Is it free? Energy. No, we don't really have rare materials to build it anyway. No. Oh, okay, so the attacks down south have started. We knew they would. Yeah, we're not going to hold that, so I'm not going to bother trying. Let's pull over the river. We knew about that. Having 4 heavy cruisers and a pocket battleship right off the coast is pretty nice, along with some light cruisers. Okay, looks good. Oh, we're getting attacked in Pietalki again. That's more likely to go well than this is. Let's get first heavy down to Snirivka. Oh, we do get some rare materials though from doing this in Danzig. Let's definitely build that. We don't need food rationing. So what did that give us? Danzig. Oh, that's Stettin. Danzig. Oh, okay. Well, let's build some rares there. Let's move that to the top, since we're now IC constrained because of that. Yep. Still winning the air battles over Demyansk. Krycha, no, we're not. So let's get these guys returned because they're not winning that battle. Okay, we basically busted these 3 divisions, so we should be good north of Leningrad. Okay, we also are over the river line, so we're in better shape. They're still not having supply issues. I wonder if that's because they get supply from Sweden or not. I don't know if we can really tell what's going on with that. Well, let's temporarily stop the logistical bombing and do some ground attack. We are getting great defense modifiers up here. Okay, we are taking some damage in Demyansk, but it's not as fast as I figured it would be. Kherson. Yep. Okay. Getting pushed already down here. Let's pull out 30th and 29th into Mykolaiv so they can't flank us. Okay, 17th Panzer needs to recover for a minute. This is still not decided. They have reinforced this attack. Yeah, well, we should be able to hold this line, no problem, even minus 1 division. We'll get these guys back to combat capability in Copenhagen before we ship them out. Nice. Yeah, I knew having this heavy division down here would come in handy. Although we may need them up north, actually. Okay, we got plenty of chromite, no issues there. Nice, so we're already gaining rare earth materials from Danzig. So seems we leveled out at 523. Lohivna. Okay. Yep. So the next question is, can we hold them here? Because if we can't, it gives them an access route to Odessa, and then that outflanks this entire position. So this is dangerous down here. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah. Let's pull out this core for rest and recovery. And let's move 23rd Panzer up north. Oh, strange. Usually it's the infantry divisions that get chewed up first, but actually Hermann Goering division's taking an absolute beating. Okay, let's get these guys back for rest and refit. We're going to need them to help attack Leningrad. See about contesting the air down here. They got a lot of planes down south. Not feeling confident about that. Okay, we did defend that first attack. Let's move 26 Panzer back to assist. I'm going to move 7th JG up to the north. This may not be a good location for them actually because the supply situation's so bad, but curious if they actually do repair on the switchover, the day switchover. Let's move over one more infantry division. Okay. Yeah, as expected, we're about to lose Sevastopol. Okay, we do have this other corps in the back building a new line here if we need it. We're inflicting a huge amount of casualties, so... Okay, Hermann Goering Division needs to come out. Nordland's about to get there. That'll help. Okay, let's move these specialized siege units up and we'll put them in those Marine divisions. Ooh, that's not enough units to hold that. Let's send 14th Mountain up that way. Oh, Ho Chinook again. Okay, that's not a worry. Okay, let's reorg these divisions. So we're not going to need motorcycle recon or the light vehicle for urban attack. Just move these things out of the battle. Okay. What is the urban attack value on elite light infantry? It's pretty good, 45%. Well, it's no better than standard Marines, though. Okay, let's move these guys in. Cool. All right. We have like two pseudo siege divisions now. Okay, Nordland, we really need you in there. Come on, let's go. Come on, there we go. Okay, they're in Demyansk and they're fighting. Oh, they're trying to force the upper river again. That's not going to work out so well for them. Okay, Mishtashala, the main attack is on Krycha, so this should get beaten back pretty easily. Okay, let's start some attacks here. Let's go ground attack during the day, defensive stance, and then Stuka's ground attack during the day, defensive stance, and then so we'll have round-the-clock bombing, night. Okay, and then STG2 night. And then we need at least one some kind of fighter on air superiorities. Let's send these up. And then let's get this battle going here. Let's do support attack with all of our units. Let's look at the... so our standard infantry divisions get essentially 0 attack on the city. Our marine divisions are the only ones that are actually doing any worthwhile damage, but you can see the Soviet units are also very, very low org, so it may be enough actually to capture the city, especially in concert with air attacks. Yeah, those two divisions there are basically useless for this, so let's get them out. Okay, we might actually capture Leningrad. The majority of their units there are completely shattered, so Bogatchevsk. Oh, are we getting runway striked? I think we are. Let's move Oh, we don't even have enough air infrastructure here. Let's move this back to Vilno. Maybe it can start recovering there. And there's the Grossdeutschland Panzer Corps. Let's put them with 3rd Panzer Army. Sturmkorps can go away, and then we'll just attach the heavy division to that Panzer Corps. These two won't be ready for combat, but let's get them division commanders. Hornline. Corps commander should have a Logi bonus. Not Luftwaffe. Kinzel, that works. Okay, so we have a little bit of a reserve available. Yeah, we're not going to hold that either. Okay, let's start preemptively pulling back here. Huh. I mean, they are attacking us with a lot of units, and our defense skill is very high. Kolari. All right, we can send these guys north again. There's that motorized engineers for 28th Panzer. Nice, so that's a full division now. Okay, let's get these two panzers moved forward. Alright, that whole corps is heading that direction. 24th Panzer Grenadier is going to go to Kivai Rogue. And then, okay, so we're unfortunately having to pull out of Piatalki, but maybe we can hold these two. Or not. I'm going to find out. Oh, they're already attacking us there too. Nice, okay. Supplies. Okay, so we've managed to blunt that attack up there. Let's get logistics going again. Okay, Crimea's gone. Okay, sabotage key railway repair shops. That's part of Operation Pastorius, so we'll say sure. Cool, we've done damage to that. That's not helping anything. Let's get those 3 divisions out. Half a million men are attacking Kivai Rogue. Our whole defense of this part of Ukraine kind of depends on this, so if we lose that, we're pretty much pushed out of the Donbass, which is sort of everything from Stalino to Zaporozhye to Kryvyi Rog. So we don't want to lose that if we can help it. Okay, let's get these guys down that way. Oh wow, so we're being pushed very, very hard here. 18th. Okay, 18th needs to get out of there, so does 17th. Let's put JG7 on a air intercept for the interior lines. Screw it, let's send 19th up that way. We're thinning out our line a lot, but we gotta hold, so. Well, with that, the 2-hour-long videos seem to crash like at hour 30, and that kind of sucks. So let's just quit while we're ahead. So it's been an hour. It's October 19th. We've so far held the line around Kryvyi Rog, although that may not last for long. Other parts of the line are holding pretty solidly. There is a pretty large battle developing in the Demyansk area. We don't seem like we're going to be holding it based on the condition of the troops that we're looking at here. So we'll look at that in the next video. We are very close to capturing Leningrad. It's been cut off for a year and a half now, so this supply situation there is atrocious. We have naval units ready to engage. Let's actually send some submarines that way. The Soviet Navy as it comes out of the port. And then the stalemate in northern Finland continues. So thank you for watching. I will see you all next time.